Guys, welcome back to another live stream. Time to start our live session. This time we do that covering the New York session opening. And by the way, I decided to do today's live session on Thursday simply because many of the members asked me to do that. So always remember that your comments, your requests, always important, and I always check your comments, I always check your feedbacks, and cheaters, as always, our goal today will be analyze a lot of different charts. Our goal will be to study the price action. Our goal will be to execute multiple time frame analysis on different instruments, and as always, cheaters, I will answer your questions. Remember that during these live sessions, we have a live chat here on YouTube, and there you can ask questions. There you can ask me to analyze anything you want. There you can ask me if something is not clear. So please, your participation here is very important. So say hello in the live chat if you're here, say hello if you're watching, and say hello if you are ready for one more exciting cheating session. And just in brief about my trading. So as you know, I'm a pure technician, and in my analysis I rely on technicals, and my trading strategy is called top-down analysis. The strategy is based on the analysis of multiple time frames. It combines some elements of candlestick analysis, price action patterns, key levels. Yes, and during today's session I will show you a couple of examples how exactly I apply my trading strategy and how exactly I make my trading decisions. Nice to see Marie right here, Joseph, Kelvin, JM, Lee, Shihi, X, Y, and Z tabs here. Thank you for watching, traders. So I wanted to warm up analyzing pound Aussie pair with you. Let's open pound Aussie and let's discuss what is happening with the pair, and let me show you what I spotted analyzing pound Aussie pair this morning. So no surprise, I guess, traders, that the first clue analyzing pound Aussie pair is that the market is trading in a strong bullish trend. I guess you see that the market is rallying, and once the market reached that high, once the market almost reached T-level, very round number, we finally started a correctional movement, and we saw a very nice retracement. But because the market is very bullish, I believe that after the retracement, after the completion of that correctional movement, we will most likely see one more wave up. And here in pound Aussie, our task is to identify the points from where it will be safe for us to catch a trend following movement on the pair. How we do that? We analyze the key levels, we analyze the historical structures, we look left at structure, and we look for the points, for the areas, for the trend lines that were important for the market participants in the past. And we assume that in the past, these points were significant. Probably in future they still will be. For example, over here we have a very important horizontal structure. You can see, traders, that first, that structure was a strong resistance, and from that we saw strong bearish reactions. However, after the breakout, that structure turned into support, and from that, traders, we saw a strong bullish wave. So from that structure, we can look for trend following trade. Also analyzing the higher lows here in pound Aussie, I have also spotted the peculiar trend line. Take a look, traders. We have a very peculiar trend line right here. That trend line was respected 3 times in a row in the past, and 3 times in a row from that trend line we saw nice bullish reactions. From that trend line, buyers were willing to buy the market. And you can see that at the moment, the market is approaching that trend line. At the moment, we have the test of that trend line. So from that trend line, bullish movement may initiate. From that trend line, we might see the trend following movement. However, traders, remember that we do not blindly buy or sell the key levels. Remember that we always look for confirmation once the market is approaching important structure. So once the price reaches that trend line, our task is to look for something that confirms the strength of the buyers. Yes, our task is to look for something that confirms that buyers are still willing to buy the market from that trend line. And I always say, traders, that different traders apply different techniques for confirmations. Some traders apply fundamentals, some traders apply the technical indicators, and personally, I apply the price action. So, analyzing the lower time frames, let's check how the price was reacting to that trend line, and let's look for the clues. First, let's check what is up here in the 4-hour time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we just see that the market was falling quite rapidly. Yes, you can see that bears were pushing the prices lower and lower. However, something changed once we reached that trend line. Once we started to approach that trend line, first you can see that we started to slow down. You can see that we formed the doji candle here, then we formed one more bearish candle, and after that, traders, take a look what happened. Take a look at that bullish candle. Traders, that is a perfect example of the bullish engulfing candle. And of course, such a formation indicates a strong bullish pressure from that trend line. By the way, traders, give me yes if this smart money, if you are a smart money trader, if you learn these smart money concepts, because from the smart money concepts, trader, that candle right here is the so-called imbalance. It shows the presence of big players. It shows that some big players opened long positions, and for that reason the market formed such a big bullish candle, right? Now let's look for more clues analyzing even lower time frame. Let's check the hourly time frame now. And I see a lot of smart money traders here, by the way, watching this one. So traders, so from the old school trader, like I personally am, that one is the bullish engulfing candle, right? But for the smart money trader, yeah, this very fancy word, yeah, the SMC trader. For the SMC trader, that is called the imbalance. Yeah, so anyway, let's open the hourly time frame and let's check what is up here in an hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, we can spot that once the market approached the trend line, we can spot that the peer started to consolidate, and you can see that we started to trade within that horizontal trading range. The market found local equilibrium, and because of that, the market started to trade in sideways, right? But while the market was trading in sideways, big players were placing their orders, and we were patiently looking for the presence of the buyers. And the indicator, the perfect indicator of the presence of the buyers, is of course the breakout of the neckline. Yes, you can see that here the resistance of the range was the resort for sellers to sell from. We saw strong bearish reactions right here from that trend line, from that resistance, and you can see that that horizontal resistance was broken. Yes, that is the perfect indicator that sellers lost confidence in that resistance and buyers were strong enough to violate that and to close above that. And by the way, traders, those who are wondering which pair I analyze, here on the top left corner is the ticker. Yes, so now it is the pound Aussie pair. So we see very strong bullish clue right here. And that was the reason for me to open long position on pound Aussie pair this morning. I opened long position on a retest of a broken resistance of the range. I set my stop loss strictly below the trend line and below the support of the range to make the position safe. And my initial target is the closest strong resistance. And from a current perspective, I see quite a strong resistance over here. So my target, initial target is over there. Of course, traders, for that trade, you also can have the multiple targets. So everything depends on your trading terminal. If your trading terminal supports multiple targets, of course, you can also have the second target for the trade lying here based on that horizontal resistance. However, if you use just simple MT4, then treat it with one single target. Yes, so that is the outlook. Traders, let me know if you have any questions concerning this trading setup. Let me know, traders, if you also believe that pound Aussie will bounce, or probably you're bearish. Let me know what are your thoughts. Now, traders, let me know in the live chat what else to analyze for you. I see a question from Salih. How can we be one of that smart money? Salih, the one becomes the smart money once one has a lot of money. So imagine that you are trading with, I don't know, $10 million account, and you also use the leverage. Then definitely you are already the smart money. You are already the big player. And yeah, if you are, let's say it that way, if you are trading consistently with big money and you keep staying afloat, then you are smart money. Because if you just have $10 million, you just open one loan on Bitcoin and you blew your account, then you are the dump money, right? But smart money stay afloat for a long time. Yeah, and they knew how the game works, and they act very carefully, always trying to hide their presence. Now, traders, what will be the next one? By the way, if you want me to share my analysis for New Zealand dollar, the top-down analysis, the explanation why New Zealand dollar dropped this morning, give me yes in the live chat and I will check this one for you. I see a question concerning WTI crude oil. And by the way, before the live stream started, I was asked by many members to analyze WTI crude oil. So let's check this one, because this one here is very, very, very interesting. And first thing to note, by the way, concerning the WTI crude oil is that if you're looking for the reason why oil is bearish, if you're looking for the reason why at the beginning of August the market dropped suddenly, taking into consideration the fact that we were trading in a strong bullish wave, I want to remind you, traders, that the market reached a very strong weekly structure resistance right here. Yes, we got a very strong resistance cluster that was reached, and you can see that testing that weekly resistance, we formed doji candle on that. Yes, and I told you many times that from that resistance we will most likely see the bearish reaction, and it really happened. Now, analyzing the current price action, I see a very peculiar bearish pattern here on WTI crude oil. Analyzing the price action, take a look what we have right here. We have a strong bullish movement, the retracement, and then one more bullish wave, and the price here sets a new higher high, higher close. Then we retrace, we set the equal low right here. We bounce, we set the lower high, and we drop again. So here we have a perfect example of the head and shoulders pattern, cheaters, right? Classic bearish pattern. And at the moment, cheaters, the market is testing the neckline of the pattern. Here is our horizontal neckline, and you can see that the price closed perfectly respecting the boundaries of the neckline, and we closed just on its lower boundary. So for now, guys, the plan is the following. First of all, of course, we are locally bearish biased here, and probabilities are high that the market will keep falling. Your bearish confirmation, your bearish, very bearish signal will be the breakout of the neckline of that head and shoulders pattern. Yes, if the daily candle closes below the neckline of the pattern, we'll expect a further bearish continuation. Our next strong support then will be that structure. So if you're looking for shorting, my advice to you is to wait for the daily candle close below the neckline, then you wait for a retest, and from there you short, expecting a further bearish continuation. Now, New Zealand dollar PL. Let's briefly check this one because, guys, this one is very interesting. And by the way, if you watched my previous live stream, you knew that we spotted a very nice shorting setup on New Zealand dollar that played out perfectly as I predicted. Analyzing New Zealand dollar now on a daily time frame, traders, I guess first thing to note is definitely that we are very bearish, that the pair is trading in a bearish trend. Then, looking left, we can spot that just recently New Zealand dollar pair violated that horizontal structure support to the downside, right? We got a very important support cluster right here that was broken. Then if we analyze the highs, we can spot here, traders, a very cute falling trend line. And it turned out, traders, that yesterday the market closed approaching a very important point of confluence. The point of confluence based on the horizontal structure and the trend line. So from there, this morning, I was looking for a confirmation to short the market. And take a look, traders, what I spotted. First, let me briefly show you the hourly time frame, because hourly time frame, traders, here was a very important. On an hourly time frame, when we saw the test of that confluence point, the point based on the horizontal structure and the trend line, take a look, traders, at that candle right here. Yes, we formed a very cute doji. You can see that the market was rallying. We were very bullish, but once that point of confluence was reached, yeah, we stopped growing. Yes, that is very important. And then, you can see that here we formed the double top pattern. Yes, very cute double top pattern here was formed. And you can see that we have easily violated the neckline of the pattern. We easily closed below that. And then in the morning, we retested the broken neckline. We got the retest of a broken neckline, and then the pair started to fall. But moreover, then the pair formed one more pattern, traders. You can see that then over here we also formed the triangle. Yes, very bearish triangle here was formed. And you can see, by the way, here goes the neckline exactly. And you can see that the market successfully violated its neckline. Then we got the retest of a broken neckline, and then the market dropped. So Here, price action was telling us many times that the market is preparing for a bearish movement. We saw a lot of bearish clues right here. Yes, so that is why it is so important for you to study the price action. And concerning the current situation on New Zealand dollar, we are currently approaching a very important horizontal intraday support, this one. And of course, if you are not holding short at the moment, for you, for now, it is better to wait for a breakout of that support. The violation of that structure, the 4-hour candle close below that will be the extra bearish continuation that will push the prices lower. Traders, let me know if everything is clear. Let me know if you have any questions. Traders, also, by the way, I see the potential shorting setup on Euro Yen. And if you want me to share the analysis of Euro Yen, give me yes in the live chat and I will be happy to share the analysis. Ephraim says, I apply Wyckoff to trade. Yeah, very nice, man. You know, by the way, Wyckoff method is kind of the old school SMC. Yeah, so, and I really want you to study his books because this man is insane. He is phenomenally smart, and his techniques really work even now. Now, I see a question from Fury about pound dollar. Let's check pound dollar and analyze this one together because pound dollar looks very interesting. Take a look, cheers, on a pound dollar pair. First of all, we are trading in a bullish trend on pound dollar, right? Pound dollar pair is very bullish. However, once that high was reached, we started a correctional movement, and you can see that now we are trading in a minor bearish trend. Then you can see that when the market was falling, the price reached a very important horizontal support. And you can see that once that support was reached, the market started to consolidate. You can see that currently the pair is trading within that horizontal trading range. Yes, we are currently respecting the boundaries of the range and trading within that. Recently, we reached the resistance of the range, and from that we saw a strong bearish movement. And now today it feels like pound dollar is again under the bearish pressure. So your bearish confirmation on pound dollar pair will be the breakout of that horizontal support. Yes, if the daily candle closes below that horizontal support, it will be a strong bearish signal, and then a further bearish continuation at least to that horizontal structure support will be expected. So if you are looking for shorting, please consider the potential breakout of that horizontal structure. That will give you a very nice and strong continuation. Alternatively, traders, remember that already 3 times in a row, pound dollar pair has respected that support. So from that support, you can also look for buying. Once we spot the market, traders, that is trading in a consolidation, we expect that the consolidation will continue. And of course, in the consolidating market, for us, the best points to sell the market are the resistance of the range, and the best point to buy the market is the support of the range. So monitor how the price reacts to the support of the range. Yes, and look for a confirmation to buy there. Let me briefly show you what kind of confirmation you can look for. For example, when the market was approaching the resistance of the range, we were monitoring this one with my students, and we were we were watching some wedge pattern. Let me just remember where exactly it was so that you could better get the exact logic. Yeah, where was that wedge pattern? Let's open even the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I guess on the 4-hour time frame we can recognize this one more easily. Yeah, so you can see that here. Yeah, the market was trading within that rising wedge. And once the market reached the resistance of the range, beer started to push the prices, and you can see that we violated the support of the wedge. Then we retested that, and then boom, the price dropped rapidly. So you should look for a similar kind of confirmation when the market starts approaching the support of the range. Yes, for example, from a quorum perspective, here we can spot that falling channel. So you can let the price reach the support of the range, let the market consolidate there, and then your confirmation to buy will be a bullish breakout of that falling trend line. Yes, that will be your bullish confirmation. Yeah. Traders, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if everything is clear. Now let's check US 30 index. US 30 index, and I promised to analyze Euro Yen. Sorry, Euro Yen. Euro Yen will be the next one. Dolan says, please explain the use of Fibonacci. My friend, if I spot a good example of the application of Fibonacci, I will show you. Definitely, yes. So when we will go through the different charts, if I see a good application of FIBs, I will show you. And also remember that on my YouTube channel, there is the separate playlist about Fibonacci. So you can check, there are a lot of videos about Fibonacci's there. So let's briefly discuss Euro Yen. Euro Yen looks very interesting. On the Euro Yen pair, traders, even though we are trading in a long-term bullish trend, something is going on right here, because just recently Euro Yen has violated that important resistance cluster. Just recently Euro Yen violated that important key structure and closed above that. Then after the breakout, the market started to consolidate, and you can see that then Euro Yen started to trade within that horizontal range. And even though the trend was bullish, even though the trend still remains bullish, for some reason, instead of breaking the resistance of the range and go higher, instead Euro Yen violated the support of the range. You can see that yesterday we formed quite a strong bearish candle here. And with that candle, we closed below the support of the range. And of course, traders, it is a very strong bearish clue for us. Now the broken support definitely turned into a strong resistance. And probabilities will be high, traders, that from that we will see the bearish continuation. Our task now, analyzing Euro Yen pair, is to look for confirmation. Our task is to look for a confirmation on lower time frames to sell. For now, on the 4-hour time frame, we have a healthy bullish movement. Yes, on the 4-hour time frame, we have a healthy bullish movement, and we don't see the bearish clues. On an hourly time frame, what we can spot is that on an hourly time frame, the market is kind of correcting within that bearish flag pattern. You can see that now the market is trading within the boundaries of that channel, and within that channel the market is steadily recovering. So I assume, traders, that bearish breakout of the support of the flag can be a strong bearish signal for you. And the bearish violation of that, the hourly candle close below that, can be a very strong bearish signal for you. So kindly monitor that pattern and wait for confirmation to sell. I see a question from Shaohan concerning pound yen. Let's check that. It is a very closely correlated pair, so let's also discuss pound yen. On a pound yen pair, kind of the same thing, but here it looks a little bit differently. So here on pound yen, we are also trading in a long-term bullish trend, and also recently we got a confirmed structure breakout. Yes, that structure here was broken, and after the breakout, the market started to consolidate, and you can see that we were consolidating for some time within that range, and then the support of the range was broken to the downside. However, the problem with pound yen is that after the breakout, the price perfectly respected that horizontal support. You can see that here we got a very important support cluster, and that support cluster was respected. And moreover, from that, we were rejected. We formed the rejection right here. So, from a current perspective, pound yen pair still looks bullish, and your bullish confirmation here on pound yen will be the bullish breakout of that horizontal resistance series. If the price violates that, if we close above that, then it will be a strong bullish signal for us. So be extremely careful right here. Yes, for now we are stuck between two very important structures, and between these two structures, the big players will decide where the market will go next. And my advice to you here is to wait for a breakout. By the way, if you're looking for a bearish continuation here, a bearish continuation here in pound yen, remember that also just a little bit lower we have key support right here. So I will be bearish personally on pound yen only if the price violates this two supports. Yes, if the price violates these two supports and closes below them, only then bearish movement will be expected. Yes, so that is my analysis for pound yen pair traders. I hope it is clear. Now US30 index, very tricky, because so with my students we bought US30 this week, and currently we are still holding our long trade. By the way, traders, let me know, give me yes in the live chat if you want me to share with you the trade that we are currently holding with my students on US30. If you want to see the entry, stop and target for this trade, just give me yes in the live chat and I will show you. So on US30 index, again, bullish trend. We are trading in a bullish trend. We reached that high. We started to consolidate here. We formed the double top. We violated the neckline of the double top. And then, as I predicted, the market dropped. And you can see that currently, after a very strong bearish movement, the market stopped falling, perfectly respecting that horizontal structure. You can see that here we have a very important horizontal key level that was reached, and you can see that on that horizontal key level, the market formed a very cute doji candle, right? The doji was formed, and now you can see that the index is trading within a very narrow range. So checking the 4-hour time frame, here what we spotted with my students at the beginning of this week. We spotted that the index was trading within that falling channel, right? We got a very nice falling channel right here. And within that falling channel, you can see that the price formed the inverted head and shoulders pattern. Traders, here it goes. Here is the pattern. And you can see that with this one single bullish candle, the market violated the resistance of the channel and also the neckline of that head and shoulders pattern. So we decided to buy the index. We opened the long position on the index, expecting a bullish movement at least to that horizontal resistance, with our stop loss lying below the head, right? So that is the trade that we are currently holding. And you can see that here the market maker already tried to hit our stop loss 3 times. But for now, we still keep holding our trading position, and we are still expecting that the index will go up. So, however, if you're wondering what to do now, if you're wondering what to do from a current perspective, I don't think that it is a good idea to buy. For now, analyzing the price action here, and let's just remove all that and concentrate our attention on the current price action. I guess you see, traders, that at the moment the index is trading within that horizontal range. You can see that we are trading within that sideways range, and I would suggest wait for breakout of the resistance of the range. Yes, your strong bullish confirmation will be a bullish breakout of the resistance of the range. If the price breaks and closes above that, it will be a strong bullish signal, and then we will expect a bullish continuation on the index. Yes, that is the plan for Dow Jones index. Now, let's also check the NASDAQ index, because I saw questions from the NASDAQ index. Let's check this one as well, so you could get better perspective. Yeah, and traders, I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you enjoyed this session. I hope that you enjoyed the vibe, and I hope that you learn something new. So, very tricky what was with US 100, because before I shared the long trade on US 30 for my students, I got a dilemma whether to buy US 100 index or the Dow Jones, because I spotted 2 absolutely similar setups. Here on US 100, I have also spotted a very important key level. I spotted the doji on that, and then, traders, on a 4-hour time frame, a very cute inverted head and shoulders pattern was formed. So I was thinking whether to buy US 30 or US 100. I decided to buy US 30 because the spreads were lower on US 30, and you can see that US 100 bounced like crazy while US 30 keeps standing. Yeah, man, that is sad. That is sad. Anyway, from a current perspective, analyzing the index, we can spot that ahead we have 2 very important resistances. We have a solid resistance right here, and we have a solid resistance right here. So 2 very important resistances are ahead here on NASDAQ index. And of course, I will be bullish on the index only after the breakout of these 2 structures. When the price violates these 2 structures, when the price breaks and closes above them, only then a bullish movement will be expected. Also, let's briefly check what is up on the lower time frames, because we can see the test of that horizontal resistance now, and we also formed the bearish engulfing candle here. The thing is that if you're looking for shorting US 100 index, you should realize the fact that the index is currently trading between 2 very important structures, that resistance and that support. And traders, I will be bearish on the index if the price violates that horizontal support to the downside. Yes, if we close below that on a 4-hour, then a bearish movement will be expected at least to that horizontal support. Yeah, so my advice for you is to patiently wait for breakout. Yes, because it will give you a very strong bearish confirmation. On an hourly time frame, we can also spot already the signs of weakness of the buyers. We see nice rejections right here. We see the doji. We see also right here the cup and handle. Yeah, you can see that here we have the cup, right, and here we have the handle. Yeah, so it looks like the index is preparing for bearish reversal, but your confirmation should strictly be the breakout of that horizontal support. Now, Shohan says US 100 has a double top and it will fall, and right now it is testing the current level after breaking the neckline. Can we say it is testing the level after breaking from double top on a daily? It fell and now it's retracing. You know, man, actually, if you're talking about that double top, that logic here is already invalid, because the thing is that we formed the double top right here. We violated the neckline. We already retested that and we dropped. So the current price action does not really relate to that double top already. Now, traders, gold traders, are you here? Let me know if you're here, still watching, and give me yes in the live chat if you want me to analyze gold for you and share with you the update. Now, euro dollar. I saw a question about euro dollar, so let's analyze this one and check what is happening with euro dollar. The thing is, traders, that euro dollar is still trading on that key horizontal support. The price tests that support for many days, and for now, even though we got the breakout attempt of that structure yesterday, you can see that the price returned within the boundaries of that structure, and yesterday we got the false breakout. What is happening with the pair today is a new breakout attempt of that structure, and you can see that again we are trading below the lower boundary of that support. So, traders, if euro dollar breaks and closes below that daily structure support, if the today's daily candle closes below that, it will be a strong bearish signal, and then we will expect a further bearish continuation on the pair. Our next strong support on euro dollar will be over here. Yes, and we will expect the bearish movement to that support first, and then potentially even lower to that support. Yes, so watch carefully how the today's daily candle closes. Yes, it will be very, 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 very important. Now, Ephraim says, GE talked about it is approaching 70-80 pip zones for long. Yes. Now, gold. Now let's finally check gold. And traders. First of all, those who watch me for quite a while know that even though recently gold violated that major support cluster to the downside, even though the market clearly broke and closed below that structure, you know, traders, that I warned you many times that that is not a single support that we have right here. That support right here was part of a major demand cluster. Yes, and from that demand cluster, we were looking for bullish movement. From that demand cluster, we were looking for a bullish confirmation. And you can see how perfectly the price respected the horizontal key level based on the price action of 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 spring. Yes, of spring. You can see that in spring, from that level exactly, the market bounced rapidly, and approaching that, you can see that we formed a very cute doji. And as you remember, here on gold, we were monitoring that falling wedge pattern. And we discussed that for us, the reaction of the price to the boundaries of that wedge are very important. Yes, we were checking the reactions of the price to that. We were waiting for the breakout. We were waiting for the bullish breakout of that because we were very sure that the breakout of the resistance of that wedge will indicate the sign of strength of the buyers. And take a look what happened here, traders. You can see that the market closed above the resistance of the wedge. We violated that, and after that violation, yesterday gold bounced rapidly. Yes, so that is how nicely price action analysis in the combination with key levels can work. And what we see from a current perspective, so we have respected that structure, and from that we bounced. Analyzing the historical key levels, now we can spot that our closest key horizontal structure resistance on gold is over here. Yes, that is so far our closest resistance. And by the way, let me just briefly check the trend line right here. Yeah, let's keep it here. So here is the closest key structure resistance, and I am convinced, traders, that with a very high probability that resistance here will be reached. Yes, I believe that this one will be touched quite soon. Now let's check what is happening on the intraday time frames, and let's check what was happening here, because the price action on the 4-hour time frame here was very telling. On the 4-hour time frame, once the price reached our horizontal support, you can see that then the market started to consolidate, and you can see that we were trading within that horizontal trading range. And within that range, by the way, we have even formed the inverted head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, very cute bullish pattern was formed right here. And you can see that the price successfully violated the neckline of the pattern, and after that we formed this high momentum bullish candle. Yes, the so-called imbalance, right? So what is happening with the market now? Let's check what is the situation here. So after this bullish movement, after the formation of that high momentum bullish candle, definitely the market is quite overbought. And for that reason, we see that the market is consolidating. We can see that the price reached the intraday 4-hour structural resistance, and that resistance here was perfectly respected. By the way, traders, let me know if scalpers are here and watching this live session, because we can also analyze the scalping timeframes on gold, and I can share with you some recommendations and tips here. So give me yes in the live chat if you want me to check the scalping timeframes on gold. Checking the hourly time frame. What do we have here on an hourly time frame? On an hourly time frame, traders, we can spot that support. Yes, we have quite important horizontal support, and the price perfectly respected that. You can see that even though we got the breakout attempt of that, even though the market was trading below that, you can see that we closed perfectly respecting that horizontal support. So from such a perspective, traders, we can spot that the price dropped and that horizontal support here was respected. So here on gold, we have a lot of different intraday supports lying very close to each other. And my take is that big players will apply these supports to grab the liquidity. Yes, from these supports, big players will grab the liquidity that they need to push the prices higher to that resistance. Remember that we made a prediction on a daily time frame that the market will reach that resistance, that resistance cluster here will be reached. But in order to reach that, the big players need the liquidity, and they will look for that liquidity from the intraday supports. And we have a lot of them here. So I believe, traders, that rejection right here signifies still the presence of the big players who are willing to push the prices higher. And because of them, because of their involvement, we formed such a nice rejection. Yeah, so my take is that after, yeah, the price may easily even do something like that. Yes, so we will gain the liquidity here. The market maker will look for the liquidity here, and from here, yeah, the bullish movement will be expected. So that is what I see here on an hourly time frame. Traders, by the way, what is your take? What do you personally expect from gold? What are your expectations? And thank you for your yes in the live chat. So now we will dive in and analyze 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and probably even 1 minute time frame. And Shauhan says, I bought 1914 level. This one. I see. For long term, you see. Be careful, my friend, because buying for long term, you should remember that ahead here you have a very significant structure resistance. So I would suggest buying for long term after the breakout of that resistance, at least after the breakout of that resistance cluster, because do not forget that on a daily time frame, technically speaking, here we are trading in a minor bearish trend. Yes, the minor trend here is bearish, and the market may easily keep trading within this bearish trend. So be carefully with buying gold for long term. For now, at least, it looks very risky to me. So back to hourly time frame. So on an hourly time frame, traders, do not forget that, yeah, so we have our support right here that was not broken, and here is our current resistance. So let's now check what the lower time frames show us. Let's look for the clues here. So on the 30 minutes time frame, let's look for some trend lines. Let's look for some important things actually. Yeah, so on the 30 minutes time frame, we can see just in details that rejection. Now let's open the 15 minutes. On 15 minutes time frame, we even managed to close below that structure. Yes, we got the confirmed violation. What else do we have right here? We also have the trend line here and nothing else for now. 5 minutes time frame. The 5 minutes time frame, very interesting. So you can see that from the 5 minutes time frame perspective, that structure right here was broken and we closed below that, confirming the breakout. So that structure was broken, and after the breakout, we reached that support, and from that support, the price bounced. The price bounced, and you can see that here we have retested the broken structure. We have retested the broken structure, and also it feels like, yeah, take a look, traders. Do you see here a very nice point of confluence? So here on gold, we have a very nice point of confluence based on that falling trend line and that horizontal structure. Yes, so you can see that the price reached that point of confluence based on that trend line and the horizontal structure, and here we formed a very, very, very cute doji. Yes, the doji was formed. Now, let's open the 1 minute time frame and let's check what is up here in 1 minute time frame. On 1 minute time frame, take a look. We started to consolidate once we approached our confluence point. Yes, once we approached our confluence point, we started to consolidate within that narrow range. And for some time, we stayed within that. And then, traders, you can see that we have violated, yes, we have violated the support of that range. With that candle, we violated the support of that range and we closed below that. It is a very strong bearish signal, and it indicates that most likely gold will keep falling. Now, yes, and locally from the 5 minutes and 1 minute time frames perspective, we can expect a local bearish continuation here. Yes, the market here looks very bearish. Traders, let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, let me know if everything is clear. What are your expectations from gold? What do you expect here? Let me know. Remember, traders, that tomorrow we are expecting the Powell's speech. Yes, and of course, Powell's speech will be very important for gold. Yes, and it may affect gold dramatically, right? So I want you to be very careful. Tomorrow, during the New York session, yes, it will be the 10 a.m. New York session. Yeah, we are expecting the Powell speech. So be careful and watch the charts. We may expect very high volatility. And I see that some members are bearish on gold. So yeah, locally it looks bearish. Yeah, but from the scalping perspective, it is bearish. But from the intraday perspective, we are expecting further growth. Yes, so remember that perspective really matters in trading. Now, I saw a question concerning Bitcoin. Let's check Bitcoin and analyze, because I guess you see, traders, that Bitcoin dropped heavily. Yeah, and by the way, so here is the joke. So actually, the thing was that when the market was standing here, yes, when the market was testing that support, I decided to buy. I have kind of this strategy, the investing strategy, to occasionally buy Bitcoin. So I just buy and hold. Yes, it's like the long-term investment. And I decided to buy Bitcoin from the support of the range. Yeah, from that perspective, it was quite a safe point to buy from. So I decided to buy. Yeah, and then immediately, man, so when I bought just after, I don't know, it's like after 1 hour, the market violated the support of the range. Then we were trading below the support of the range, and then, yeah, we dropped. So, you know, uh, it's like meme. Anytime I invest in Bitcoin, it drops. So you can use my actions like the inverted indicator. Anyway, so Bitcoin dropped rapidly following the FOMC and the rhetoric that the interest rates will most likely keep growing. And as you know, Bitcoin is a highly risky asset, and for that reason, the investors, the hedge funds, will invest in Bitcoin only in case of the low interest rates, because higher are the interest rates, tighter is the portfolio of the big players. So Bitcoin really doesn't like the rising rates rhetoric. And now we can spot that the market almost reached that very important horizontal support. Yes, we have a very important support cluster right here. That was almost reached, but it wasn't. And you can see that then we formed a couple of very important rejections. And the thing is that currently the market is very weak. The market is very weak, and we are kind of stuck between two important structures. From one side, we have that intraday resistance. We have that intraday resistance that for now the price perfectly respects. And from another side, we have our intraday support and our daily support that compose the demand cluster right here. So to me, traders, it feels like we should look for a breakout of the resistance of the range. Yes, the breakout of the resistance of the range will be the important sign of strength of the buyers. Yes, the violation of the resistance of the range will push the prices higher. So for now, my advice is to watch carefully and keep monitoring that horizontal range. Yes, it will be very important. Traders, let me know in the live chat what else to analyze for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Please feel free to ask. And by the way, if I missed your questions, please ask again, because occasionally I miss your questions in the live chat. And for example, I see a question from Ephraim. What time frame do you execute your trades? My friend, I execute the trades on 4-hour and hourly time frames. These are the two time frames that I apply for the execution of the trades. Then I saw a question from Rahini about Aussie New Zealand. By the way, I guess for the last couple of live streams we haven't analyzed Aussie New Zealand, so it is a good idea to actually check it and discuss. So on Aussie New Zealand pair, first of all, we have very strong support right here. Yes, and also feels like we have a trend line right here? Not really. Let's zoom in. I guess we have then the trend line probably right here. Yeah. Yes, we have the trend line right here. And we have a solid resistance right here. So from such a perspective, it feels like we have the bullish accumulation right here. It feels like we are forming right here a bullish triangle. Yeah. So my advice to you here is to wait for a breakout, right? Wait for a breakout of the neckline of the triangle. Yes, if the price breaks and closes above the neckline of a triangle, yeah, it will be a strong bullish signal for you. And then the market will most likely bounce to that resistance. So that can be your plan to buy Aussie New Zealand. Let's briefly check this one from the intraday perspective as well. It feels like we just violated that important intraday resistance, closed above that, so locally the pair will most likely go a little bit higher. Yeah, to me it feels like our strongest resistance is somewhere here, so probably the pair will keep growing. Yes, so locally I would expect local bullish continuation. Yeah. Now, Ali says, euro dollar, can you please scalp it? My friend, I guess because of the current breakout attempt on euro dollar, it is not really applicable for scalping. Yeah, so here's our structure. Let's execute top down analysis, of course. Let's check it together, and let's look for the important clues for scalping right here. But man, when the price forms such imbalanced candles, usually it is the market needs some time to chill and to form some nice scalping setups. Hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, currently, yeah, kind of the range right here. Also, we have the resistance right here. Now 30 minutes. On the 30 minutes time frame, what we have the trend line. Not really. Don't like this trend line. Let's open the 15 minutes time frame. and check it from the 15 minutes time frame. Again, nothing special. Only the thing is that on the 15 minutes time frame we found the support right here. Yeah, and from that support exactly we bounced. Yeah, that is quite interesting. Now 5 minutes. No, not 5 months, 5 minutes, sorry. Yeah, here on 5 minutes, if we have something special, again, I guess not. 1 minute. Let's now open 1 minute. On 1 minute. Yeah, man. Look, this one here was very interesting. So on 1 minute time frame, here was our test of structure. Yes, here was our test of support. And here we formed very cute double bottom. Yeah, very cute one with the equal lows. And you can see that after the breakout of the neckline here, the market started to grow rapidly. Yeah, so that was very interesting. Yeah, traders, by the way, do not forget to subscribe to my social networks. Yes, I have Instagram, I have Telegram channel, I have Twitter, Facebook, Trading View page. So please do not forget to subscribe. All the links are in the description below. Now, US30, my friend, US30 we already analyzed. So please check the recording. I shared very detailed analysis. And also, by the way, I shared the long trade that I'm currently holding. Pound yen, guys, we also analyzed. So please kindly check the recording. Yes, for pound yen pair, I shared very detailed analysis and the potential scenarios. Yes, so please check it. Now, EuroCAD. Sick question about EuroCAD. Let's from Rohini again. Yeah, Rohini, thank you for participation. EuroCAD. This one looks interesting because on EuroCAD pair, first of all, we have a very important falling trend line right here. Then we also have right here the horizontal range. Yes, you can see that we have the range right here and the price. We can call that the range, but we can call that also the double top. So the double top pattern formed on that trend line. Yeah, the price was testing that trend line and that double top was formed. So it feels like EuroCAD may drop soon. And for you, very bearish confirmation on EuroCAD will be, of course, the breakout of that horizontal support. If the price breaks and closes below that, if we violate that and close below that on a daily time frame, I guess chances will be high that EuroCAD will drop lower. Yeah, so for you, that will be a very strong bearish confirmation. Also, by the way, the neckline of that double top for now is a very strong horizontal support, right? And from that horizontal support, the price may easily bounce. So let's check if we have some important bullish clues right here to consider. And I guess not really, yeah, and I guess not really. On an hourly time frame, probably, yeah. Look, man. Here on an hourly time frame, it feels like we have the falling wedge pattern. Yes, we have the falling wedge pattern that the price formed. And we see quite a strong bullish reaction from that yellow support. Yes, from the support that we spotted on a daily. So bullish breakout of the resistance of the wedge can be a strong bullish signal for you. Yeah, the bullish violation, by the way, let's briefly check 4 hour whether that wedge is also relevant on the 4 hour. Yeah, I would even suggest monitoring that wedge on a 4 hour time frame. And if on a 4 hour time frame the price breaks and closes above the resistance of the wedge, yeah, then a bullish movement will be expected to that horizontal resistance. Yes, that will be your plan for Euro CAD pair. Yeah, traders. Yeah, I hope I hope you enjoy. And Shauhan says, I really appreciate your work. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your support. Dollar yen. Question from Kelvin about dollar yen. Let's check this one and analyze. Dollar yen, by the way, perfect example of a false breakout here on dollar yen, because we got our support right here. You can see that we formed this bearish candle, we closed below the support, and yeah, that was the false breakout. And you could easily avoid that false breakout if you would look left at structure, because here on the left we have also a very important support, and that support here was perfectly respected, and from that the price bounced. So remember, my friend, that on dollar yen pair the trend is bullish. We are trading in a long-term bullish trend, so most likely, of course, the bullish trend will continue. And so far, we have quite a strong resistance cluster right here. So your bullish confirmation will be the bullish breakout of that horizontal resistance. If the price breaks and closes above that, if we violate that resistance, if we close above that on it daily, then further bullish continuation will be expected. Yes, so for now, the best advice is to wait for a breakout of that resistance cluster that can give you a very strong trend following signal. Right? Now, briefly, DAX index. Cheaters, by the way, I forgot about the dollar index. Yeah, and very strange. This time on the live stream, for now, no questions about dollar index. So give me yes in the live chat if you want me to check the dollar index for you as well. So DAX, on DAX we reached that key support. Right, from that support we were nicely rejected. Now we are growing. Here what we can spot is that on a 4-hour time frame, yeah, we got the falling wedge pattern. The resistance of the wedge was broken. That was a strong bullish confirmation. On an hourly time frame, we have also formed right here the cup and handle pattern. Yeah, here was the cup and here was the handle. Yeah, here it goes. So we got here a lot of bullish confirmations. Yes, and that clearly indicates that DAX index will most likely keep growing. Yes, it feels like here the market will grow. And for now, it feels like our closest strong resistance is over here. Yes, feels like that is our strong resistance cluster, and most likely that resistance cluster will be reached quite soon. So I'm very bullish personally on DAX index. Now, what will be the next one? Briefly about S&P 500. Yes, US 500. Let's open this one and check. Yeah, this one also very interesting, right? The US 100. We got right here that bullish flag pattern. Yeah, it feels like we got a very nice bull flag here, and the resistance of the flag was broken. Yeah, the resistance of the flag was broken right here. The last resort for the sellers now is that horizontal resistance that the price is currently testing. So a bullish breakout of that horizontal resistance will push the index much higher. That is the scenario for you if you want to buy. If you want to short, however, let's check what we have on a 4-hour time frame. We have something special here to watch. Nothing for now. On an hourly time frame, probably we have something. Only if we see that here, yeah, traders. I guess you would agree with me that it feels like here we have quite ugly but still valid head and shoulders pattern, right? Quite peculiar pattern right here. And of course, the bearish breakout of the neckline of the pattern, the hourly candle close below the neckline, will give you a strong bearish signal. Yes, I think that bearish violation of the neckline can push the prices at least to that horizontal support. So that will be the plan to short US 500. So two options. First option, wait for a bullish breakout of that horizontal resistance. On a daily, it will be a bullish signal, or to wait for the breakout of the neckline of that head and shoulders pattern. Yes, two scenarios for you. Uzaif, my friend, we already analyzed NASDAQ index, we already analyzed Dow Jones. Please check the recording. I shared very, very, very detailed analysis for this instruments. Finally, dollar index, DXY. DXY is very important because as you know, it is rallying, it keeps growing, and it keeps breaking the key structures one after another. And currently we are stuck on that key resistance. Yes, we have a very solid resistance cluster right here that the price is currently trying to break. And of course, the breakout of that, the daily candle close above this one, again, will be a strong bullish signal, and that will indicate that the index will keep growing to that horizontal resistance. So my advice to you is to wait for the daily candle close above. It will be a strong bullish signal, and then the market will most likely go higher. Traders, I hope that you enjoyed our today's session. As always, do not forget to share your feedbacks. Please let me know how do you feel after today's live stream. I hope that you learned something new. Please let me know what do you want me to cover, or what do you want me to focus on the next live streams. More about scalping, more about swing trading, more about smart money concepts. Let me know what interests you the most. What are the topics that you want to learn and study? Also, traders, do not forget to check my premium stuff. I do this live sessions on a daily basis in my premium group. Please check that on my website. I also have the VIP signals group. I have the premium course for you to learn how to trade. So check my website, vasilytrader.com, for more details. Also, traders, do not forget to subscribe to my social networks. I have Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All the links are in the description below. Thank you so much, traders, and I will see you soon. Thank you.